Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. You know, it's funny, I've been going through all my older premium tanks that are lower tier. We're going to cover all of them in the next month or two, hopefully before patch like 10.1 I'll get through them all. Trying to get through them before the Christmas season, Thanksgiving and all that stuff, because that's when they go on sale. So today I had gotten to my favorite, which is the Matilda 4. This is my favorite low tier premium, and ironically there's like a Matilda 4 special this week, so I don't know. I don't think it's on sale. I think you can win it if you do all these other missions. I don't know why they made that the tank you win, but because it's an on track to the AMX 30B event, so they're like, hey, you can get this cool French tank. It's the on track event, so we're gonna. But if you do a good job, we're gonna give you a Russian trainer. It's actually British, because that totally makes sense. But it's because the Russians don't really have a medium trainer except for the CDC, and they sure as heck ain't going to give that away. So, yeah, the Matilda 4 is, like I said, my favorite low-tier premium tank. I think out of all of the low-tier premium tanks, this one is the bruiser of the group. Now, it's not particularly outstanding in any place except for two things. One, it has pretty good turret armor, and two, it's got great gun depression. So you can almost think of this as a tier 5 T-29. Really, it plays like a heavy. It's a very slow tank, but that frontal turret armor helps it get an edge up on, let's say, the Matilda BP, for example, that has the flat-fronted Churchill armor. Better rate of fire, better penetration, but less damage. The other BP is also a strong tank, or the other Matilda is a strong tank in the BP, but the problem with the BP is that it's a lot slower. Now, this tank only shows that it's a little teeny bit faster, but I'll tell you what, man, those 3 or 4 kilometers per hour make a big difference, and I'm thinking possibly there's some ground resistance things that happen with this tank that are better than the Matilda BP, because the Matilda BP has got that huge Churchill turret, and I think this weight, this extra weight probably helps not help. As you can see here, the top speed of this one's 22 kilometers per hour. Same traverse speed, I believe. Yeah, they're both on 35. Now, the Matilda Black Prince also, as you can see here, has way less horsepower at 190. The Matilda 4 has 274. Yes, inevitably, I will have somebody tell me in the comments that the British Tier 4 Matilda is better. Yes and no. The British Tier 4 Matilda has a great rate of fire and excellent penetration. However, it only does 55 damage a hit. So to put that in perspective, you are going to have to shoot a Hetzer 7 times with penetrations every single time, possibly, to kill it. That's a tank with 270 hits, or 5 times. So you're going to have to hit that Hetzer 5 times in a row with penetration and no mistakes to kill it. And that's a crappy little tank. Now imagine going in the Matilda against a tier 5 tank or a tier 6 tank that has 1,000 health or 800 health. You're now going to have to shoot that tank about 40 times to kill it. Now, I'm not saying it's not possible, because I've had it happen to me. I've been in a tank that has lots of health and been in a bad position and got caught out by a good Matilda player and been killed. So they can do it, but I still prefer this tank over the British Matilda. Not saying that the British Matilda is bad. I'm not talking the BP. I'm talking the non-premium British Matilda. This tank has those same roots, plus it's faster. Once again, that extra horsepower and that extra speed help it to be a slightly more effective tank. Plus it has the preferential matchmaking, which makes it have the exact same matchmaking as the Tier 4 British Matilda. So, anyway, out of the 3 of them, this is definitely my favorite. Plus, that alpha is really nice. And as you can see, the standard shell damage is going to be about 110, 120, I think is what they call it. I usually seem to be hitting at least 120, so, but it says the average is 110, so it's, you know, it's still over double. Actually, no, it's exactly double of what the Matilda's average damage is, the standard Matilda, because that's 55. So now if we take a look at the BP, 75, but the BP gets 110 penetration. So we go back to our Matilda 4, and you can see here the miserable 86 penetration, and that is the one thing about this tank that I don't like. But it hasn't affected my ability to play this tank well. And I've had nights, I had one night, and proof is in the pudding. Somewhere on the forums is a post that I put. If you look up V-Blue Guitar, you can look through all my posts. I don't have the link for it, but if I do find it, I'll put it in the comments. Where I had a night where I actually got 3 Top Guns in 4 battles in this tank. I had Top Gun, not Top Gun, and then another Top Gun in a row. Now, that's not always how it goes with this tank, and this tank has definitely been power creeped since those days. It's not what it was, but it's still a great tank, and it's a fun tank, and I think it's definitely worthwhile, especially, if they're going to be taking it, because it's pref matchmaking, I'm assuming they're going to be taking it out of the game soon. So it's going to be one of those things that you're not going to be able to get forever. So anyway, let's take a look at the tank itself. First of all, the primary focus of any premium tank, I should say, is going to be crew training. And you can see here, this is a perfect fit for the T-whatever tanks. Starting with the T-44, T-54, and I think even the Object. One of those tanks has an extra crew member, if I remember right. But let's take a look here on the research tree. Or tech tree, I'm sorry. T-62A, same crew. And the Object 140, same crew. So all of your top tier crews are going to fit in this tank for training. And that is perfect because really, you can earn more money in a tier 8 trainer. So like the 54 first prototype, or the 54 mod 1, whatever you call it. The 54 first prototype is a great tank for, training at tier 8. You earn more experience per battle because you're a tier 8. But if you're a newer player, the Matilda 4 is going to be an easier tank for you to learn how to play on. Honestly, if you're just coming into the game, this is a good, maybe after you've had a couple hundred battles, tank. When you've reached tier 5 in the game, this is a good time to buy a tank like this. And once again, I would do it sooner than later because I feel like they are going to be eliminating this from the game soon. So as soon as that's announced, grab one. I mean, don't do it yet if you're not, totally into it. Sometimes they put these on sale for half off, and that's a great time to get them because then they're only like $5 or $4, and they're $750 gold. So right now I think it's like 1,500 gold for this tank, but you can buy it for $750 if you're patient. So I would definitely recommend this tank though for anybody that is newer to the game. So anyway, back to the tank. 610 hit points. That's the same as all the other premium mediums. 274 engine power is one of the things that sets it apart from its same tier Matildas, and even the tier 4 Matilda. It just is faster. 25 top speed. I know it's only 3 kilometers per hour, but believe you me, it feels faster. It is a lot faster than the Matilda Black Prince. It's a little bit faster than the standard Matilda. Traverse speed 35. It's not horrible. The hull armor and the turret armor are pretty much matched up at 75, though the hull is 70 on the sides and 55 on the back. You have a very flat-sided tank, and so you need to be careful because anything that's flat when you're at an opponent, like if you try to angle, unfortunately this tank has this thing here, and this will become a hit spot if you're angled at somebody. So if they try to aim for these areas while you're angled, you might do well, but these are going to be flat to them. So if they're smart, they're going to shoot at this. Same thing from the side. You've got a really flat side here. Sometimes the tracks will absorb the damage, but sometimes not. So really, your best bet with this tank, and believe me, I try to follow my own advice, but sometimes I forget and I make mistakes. You're going to want to keep this tank hull down because it has a negative 13 gun depression. It's one of the best. It's not the best, but it is up there with the best as far as its gun depression. So you don't have to expose a lot of the tank to fire over ridges. And that's where you can come in with this tank and really snipe. In fact, honestly, for me, this tank, even though it plays like a heavy, it feels more like a Wolverine to me. I play this like the American Tier 5 Wolverine, and I do very well in it. Usually. We'll see how it goes today. You guys know, when I do these reviews, these are not replays. They're actual live play while I'm recording. And sometimes I get great games, sometimes I don't. But hopefully I'll have a good game today. Yeah, so 16.5 rate of fire. You're firing every 3.5 seconds. I am using the gun rammer. I don't believe you can get a gun laying drive for this tank. Yeah, oh no, there is a gun laying drive, but I decided to use the Spall liner. Why? What? Because I was getting hit by artillery a lot, honestly. Though I think we've gotten to the point in the game where people don't even really go after this with artillery too much. So I might take that Spall liner off and put the gun rammer in. I got to think about that. It's a lot of money. And then I also run vents. But anyway, so with the gun rammer, I'm at about 3.5 seconds for the reload. Does 110 damage every time you hit. Once again, you are going to bounce some shots, and it'd probably be wise to carry a couple rounds of gold. Though I may add some HE into that too. I don't have any HE in this tank. 34 turret traverse. So once again, it's not a spry tank. It's not fast turning. It's fast enough, but it's not super fast. But like again, I'm a slower player. It fits my play style. So it is a slug. And for those of you that don't get it, you're not gonna get it. You know, a lot of people like look at this tank and go, "That's terrible. Why on earth do you like that tank?" But I do really well with it. So let's go ahead and just approve it. Let's look at my stats. Now, once again, I'm not a super unicum, but after 356 battles, I'm still holding a 60% win rate with this tank. That means, with that many battles under my belt, that I'm actually changing the tide of battle with this tank. In a tier 5, I'm earning 564 average experience per battle. It's not bad. So it's a tank that fits my playstyle, and that's a lot of victories to continually carry. It's no longer a fluke, basically, is what I'm saying with that. It's actually a tank that really does do well for me. KV-220 is another one, but that tank, you know, once again, I do, you know, whatever. We're not going to get into the KV-220. Everybody hates it, but I love it. I've got 206 battles on that with a 65% win rate. It works for me. This tank is another one of those that works. Actually, it does kind of play like the KV-220 a little bit. So anyway, let's go ahead. I'm going to make the modifications here. We're going to demount the Spall liner. Yeah, boop. And I'm going to buy... Oh, it's so expensive. There goes $500,000. Oh well, it'll be earned back. I need to save my money because I'm getting close to the unlocking the Object 140, which means hopefully in the next 6 months I'll have it with the rate that I'm playing, you know. And then let's go ahead and outfit out our tank with some more ammo. So I'm going to drop this down to 45 TMI. We'll do, yeah, nah, I'll just do 2 rounds of HE, because honestly, I don't do a whole lot of HE, really. Okay, so we're going to go take this guy out for a run. Like I said, I love it. We'll do 3 or 4 battles in it. I just want you to keep in mind, you have to keep this tank hidden. It's not super duper tough. It is a little bit of a softie, so you're going to have to, you know, take care of the tank. You can't just barge out and go up the middle with it. Unless you're like all tier 3 and you're the only tier 5. And I should mention also, once again, I think I've said it a couple times under my breath, but I haven't really pointed it out. This tank gets preferential matchmaking. It's one of the few left that still does get pref matchmaking. So that's a benefit. You never see tier 7 with this unless you platoon stupidly. So you'll see tier 5 and 6, but 7 is not usually there. Now, on a tier 6 battle, this tank does struggle. I'm going to be honest with you. It's a lot of fun on tier 5, not much fun on tier 6. So let's go ahead and run. We'll see what we get. All right. This is my 3rd battle, actually. You didn't see the first 2 because I'm having a computer problem that's going to make me blow a corpuscle. I'm really pissed off right now. I have this keyboard that I bought a couple months ago. It's the perfect size for being down here. It's a small keyboard, and it doesn't take up much room, and I loved it. And then I upgraded to Windows 10, and it's a Microsoft brand keyboard. Go figure. It does all kinds of weird things now. Sometimes I can't back my tank up. Sometimes the keyboard just shuts off in the middle of the battle. I've got brand new batteries in it. It's, you know, it's like the keyboard section shuts off, but I can still use the escape key. It's really weird. And if I try to type, like, nothing will type. I'm ready to throw this thing out the window. I don't know why that's happening, but it's making me nuts. It makes it kind of hard to play World of Tanks when you pull out in front of somebody and you can't back up, and the tank just keeps going forward in increments. That's the other thing, too. It'll just start creeping forward. You can't stop it. It just keeps moving. Whoa, it makes me mad. So I think I'm just going to go pick up another keyboard today. Though maybe I'm getting lag spikes too. I don't know. It could be a combination of the two. But it is doing weird stuff. Like it'll just stop working. Even in other games. Shouldn't have to worry too much. The OI doesn't have a very accurate gun. Не бродил. Okay, maybe it's time to move. Holy crap. This is like switching to gold. Maybe not. We'll try regular first, but the T1 heavy tank is my nemesis. See this? Yeah, this is the problem with this gun. But when you get through, it's a nice hit. And it's fast firing. Gotta watch our backs. We got, what is this down here? Is he downstairs? No, he's right here. Oh, didn't fire fast enough. I thought I was gonna get him. Instead, yeah. Bounced the shot from the Hetzer, so we got to put these guys on the offensive. Oh, there's the other Matilda 4. And I'm saving my kit. I think we're going to lose this up here. There were just too many of them. This poor Excelsior is getting walloped. I'm just going to hang here for a minute, let these guys come up. The OI, unfortunately, is pretty fast, and he's got a gun that can really rip me apart. I don't want to go toe-to-toe with him. That Stug is still there. T-34. Where's this? What is this OI doing? Nope, he's right here. Dang it. Unfortunately, I'm not fast enough to... He's actually more mobile than I am, and he's got that HE gun. And here's the mobility issue, you know. Hopefully we can just, you know, stall them for our team. Okay, now we're starting to wear them down. There's one. Keep that gold loaded. You're gonna need it. Oh no, the Matilda killed the Stug, so now I'm completely by myself. Come on, reload, reload, reload. Mm-hmm. He's got just as fast a fire rate as I do. Oh, these guys both have 1 health. Oh, I got 4 gold rounds left. Nope, that's not going to go through there, but maybe... I just can't get a good angle on him. Come on, come on, come on, reload. Oh, so close. Yeah, go put that back upstairs, John. Wow. Well, that was a good game. That was a... Unfortunately, I had to fling a lot of gold on that one. When you run into those big... You know, obviously yourself, because you have decent armor against yourself. And of course the OI, you know. He's pretty soft, but when you have 86 pen, anything is hard, you know. So.
Daddy, so what are you doing today?
What am I doing today? So what am I doing today? Well, I'll do some World of Tanks reviews. You can see this lag going on. Oh, crap. Just couldn't aim fast enough. I saw him and I was starting to roll into aim, but it was too late. He already had me. He knew I was up there. Oh well, at least I found the Lux will kill him. Hopefully. I'd be surprised if the Covenanter saves the day, but... Oh no! He killed the Lux? Are you kidding? Even knew where he was. Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm going to lose some money here. I did make a lot of money on that, but then you lost a bunch. See, $30,000 in ammo. So I still made $16,000. I would say on a good game, you know, I've had up to $60,000 earning on this tank. Now, average, I would say you're probably between 20 and 30. So, Arsonist, I killed the T-34 by setting him on fire. I would say that I accounted for myself pretty well in that battle. I should be the top scorer. Yeah, 1,500 damage, 1,100 experience. Now, once again, that was a gold-fired win. Definitely, I would not have been able to do that without gold. I would have been bouncing shots. And in that situation where I was alone and against, 3 different tanks, well, time to start flinging gold. But in general, I try not to use gold rounds with this tank, but sometimes you gotta. And in that kind of situation, that was like a last-ditch effort. I can't believe that I got all those guys. That was pretty fun. Okay, next. All right, next battle. We're still awaiting players, so I'll come back. Now, you will run into matchmaking like this, where you see 1 or 2 tier 6 tanks, and then all the rest are 5s and 4s and 3s, and it's always an odd mix. It's a happy day for that A43. For once, he's going to have a good game. I mean, hopefully not, but... A43, man, it's a tough tank to play. I like the A43, I did, but it doesn't have a lot of frontal penetration, so you have to flank. Though it's fast, so it can flank, but it's one of those tanks that kind of falls between like a medium and a scout role. It plays well as a scout, actually. It's an odd role. What's this guy shooting at? Yeah, the goal here is not to push over. We're just going to try to hold the line. Our Panzer SFL obviously went somewhere he shouldn't have and got spadoinked. Look out for the biz. Probably never hit that dude. The G1BR. Really? There's that much lag going on? There's the Tilder. That's good. Who's shooting me in the back? Thanks, guys, for... Was that my own guy that shot me in the back? No. Okay, at least it wasn't our own guy. Well, they all went this way. That's good. Gonna have to fix my loader. So number 5, number 7. Oh my gosh, and they've pushed through on the other side now. He's gonna have a tough time with me with that A43. Now the A43 doesn't have great rear armor, but it's enough to... It's got a fast gun though. You can see right there how fast this rate of fire is. I need to get myself covered here. Unfortunately that P's gonna push out where he can hit me. Help! Try to stay here and stay a little bit covered for a little bit until these guys push past where I'm in danger. Oh no. Okay. Where's the OI? There he is. Try to stay behind this. Keep myself protected here. Yeah, not gonna... Oh, he's a pretty... He's got to go for that turret, you know. Well, not anywhere I could really go out there, but that was a total loss on our team's part. They just... Though we have that... We got the numbers, but... I don't know. Interesting. It was an interesting game, really. I had a pretty good game. It wasn't great, but I did the best I could. Yeah, that OI, and that's one of the things that changes the game a little bit for this tank. That's why I was talking about power creep. There's several new tanks that do make a huge difference against this tank, and the OI is one of them. You can chew him up, but it takes a long time to kill him, and he can, do 300 damage in a hit. If he's using gold, he will penetrate. So these guys are just not up to the task. We just lost. Yeah, so there you go. We got mushed. I scored okay. Look at all this Look at all my accolades. How wonderful I did. Not really, but oh jeez. Now you know it's bad when you're the top scorer and you did as poorly as I did. Now in that match, I did not use any gold, so you can see that you can use this tank. And I did some penetrations on some tier 6 tanks. You know, you just have to know where to shoot. This is a, you know, I will say this: the Matilda is a good tank at teaching you how to weak spot. If you're gonna later on in life buy a Super Pershing or any of those tier 8 premium tanks that have low penetration, this tank is actually a pretty good trainer, because you can't just get away with flinging bullets anywhere you want. You have to know where to hit tanks to blow them up. So this tank is good because it kind of forces you to learn where those weak spots are and how to damage tanks. So without using gold, though obviously there's also the nuclear option using APCR. But in this case, you saw there in that battle, I did just fine. I did almost as much damage as I did in the last, well, 500 less. But we also were getting overrun. But I still did a decent amount of damage, and I made more credits. So if you're looking to make credits, stay away from the gold ammo, because in this battle I made 33,000 credits. So, all right, next battle. I really hate this new map thing. This is the dumbest thing. So here I am playing tier 5, and I'm still playing with the Himmelsdorf map every other battle. Are they trying to? I really feel like they're trying to drive us away from this game. I don't know what their problem is, but it's like, are they trying to lose people? Because honestly, if I have to play on Himmelsdorf every single battle, I'm gonna stop playing the game. I hate to tell you guys that, but there's enough frustration with this game as it is, and then you get stuck on the same dang map over and over again. No way, dude. You're a year and a half old. You're not playing on my iPad.
I'm a big boy, Daddy. I'm a big boy.
You are a big boy, Mater.
I'm gonna enter you.
You're just like me?
Yeah.
You're not big enough to play on my iPad.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's some number. Show Mom. Yeah, so anyway, if they keep doing this kind of stuff, I'm pretty much out, guys. I hate to tell you that, but I'm to the point where I'm getting burned out on this stuff. I want to actually have fun playing the game. I don't want to play the same 2 maps over and over again. It's getting really old. Great, here comes the OI. I need to get out of here. This is really bad. This guy's gonna be snuffed out. I got a KV-1 firing at me. This is bad. Back up, guys. He killed my gunner. Not gonna sit there and let that KV-1 take me head on. Yeah, don't push up. So now I need to get back in here and help this dude. Gotta switch to gold here. Going back to regular. Where am I getting hit? Where am I getting hit from? Gotta hit him in the turret. This is not a good battle for me so far. There we go. Finally, I got 1 hit. Getting shot at from over there. Got a T-34 taking the hill. Our OI and DW are going up the hill. It's too late, guys. Gotta tell you. Oh, are you serious? Can I push up now? Yeah, I can push across. Try to. That KV-1 hitting the. That was pretty funny. Tell you what, you gotta admire the armor on the front of that KV-4. And we're going to switch roles here. That KV-1's probably going to need some help here. I'm going to get HE'd here in a second. But he missed! He whiffed. You want to go first? Okay, I got to push through this way.
I'm going to stick myself right here. Take out this M81. Oh! M4 it hit me hard. He's got the derp gun. Hopefully Smarter won't pin me in here. And my driver's dead, so that's really not going to help my situation. Okay. Oh, oh. M4 with the derpy gun. I'll start pecking his butt. Thank you! M4 got himself a little secret spot. He's gonna pounded him into the ground. That was not a great game for me, but it was a good game for our team. Unless I get lucky and find the artillery, I'll never find that artillery. Dead driver is going to take... Now there he is. It's too late. Too late, Artie, yeah, it's too late. Well, it took him a long time to kill that thing with 8 tanks down there. Jeez. Alright, so... Yeah, not a bad take home. 2,000 experience. I guess there's an all-day... No, there's no 3x. That's just... Regular experience was 600. So I was the 3rd scorer on the team. Like I said, it wasn't a stellar game for me, but not too bad. 30,000 income. Yeah, this tank makes great income. It really does. Especially if you don't use gold. I did load a gold up there for the KV and still bounced. In fact, let's take a look at that. The gold penetration for this tank, or APCR, is still fairly low, 77 to 128. So it brings you up to, what's the average there? 102. So it's still low. Even with the gold, it's still low penetration. But sometimes you need that boost. So anyway, let's go again. John wants to put his own pants on. We're having a little fight here in the living room. Fight, 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 fight. Goosey was trying to put him on. He's like, no, no. You got him on, mate? There you go, buddy. There you go. All right, so last battle for the review. We're due for a stinker, though I've had a couple stinkers in between. I've actually not had a stellar day so far. Between keyboard issues and not playing great and making mistakes, I think I've pretty much not carried my 60% win rate today. I think I'm about 45. Maybe it's better than that, though. I'll check it out later, but it doesn't really matter. Wow. I guess I'm not going to push, maybe? I don't know. We'll see. This tank is just not fast, so... I gotta say, I've started playing with headphones more often because I'm recording, and I used to record with speakers, but it's kind of funny. I actually can hear... Like, you hear the tracks on both sides running at different speeds. That's kind of cool. Once again, this game has little to do with reality, but those little things are kind of neat, you know? Should I go up? I'll miss the whole battle if I do that. I need to just head right for where the action's at. Right for the action. I wonder if there's a good sniping spot. Of course not. There's never any good sniping spots because they took them all out. Oh, Stug, what are you doing? You're one of our principal tanks, man. I think it's probably already got him, probably. No. Yeah. Can't get my gun down enough to hit that. Whoa! Of course the OI smacks back. And I'm going to roll up this way. Hopefully the T-34 will help me out on the other side. Oh, sounds like we're having another scuffle. There's more than one skirmish going on here today. Oh, shiz. This is not good. Where did all... I mean, have we killed them that bad that they're... No, we're still tied, so where did everybody go? Hopefully this ram will fall back into my trap. That's one of these things you gotta hope for. Yes. Trapped. You're trapped now, buddy. Goodbye. Say goodbye. Rhythm. Oh. Don't shoot the rock. Yeah, unfortunately... Oh, what killed the T-34? Did he really kill him? No, unfortunately, the Ram has a good gun. He can tear me up pretty good, so I need to get cover. Just gonna back out of here. Not a good position to be in. I'll kill him if he gets closer, but I gotta draw him closer. I can't have him, you know, pot-shotting me like that. Switch up to gold, get a little more penetration to get through that heavy armor on the front. Ram 2 is actually a pretty decently armored tank. Yeah, he's pushing through, so we'll go around this way then. Fine, we'll have it your way. See, now my keyboard, I'm not able to drive right now. My tank is just driving off by itself. I'm not doing this. The frick! Oh, stop it! Well, that ruined my chances of catching the Ram. And I need to hit him in the side there with gold. Yeah, he might still beat me. He's definitely flinging gold. I'm going to load up my HE because he's only got 4 health left. We got this, though. So I just need to get a hit on him, but I got to be careful because he could kill me. Yeah, what? He's going to beat me. Yep. What happened? How come I didn't... Oh. Come on. Yeah, that Ram is wicked. Thank you. Well, that's sad. I thought I could get an HE shot on him, but no dice, and my score reflects that miserably. Still a victory, but not a very good game for me. So, well, you're going to have those too. At least I consistently had good games until that last one. And even so, we still won, but it wasn't because of me that we won. But, yeah, so this tank can get owned, especially if you have people that are firing gold. I mean, it really, once again, like I said at the beginning, the armor is not that great. You really have to use the hull down to your advantage, and sometimes tanks are just going to beat you one-on-one. But it is a good tank overall, and you saw I performed pretty well in it all day long. And, you know, was able to be a good helper to the team, got several kills. It just seems like I kill about 2 tanks per battle pretty evenly. But it isn't what it used to be, I will say that. This tank used to be super duper amazing and nobody could do anything about it. And now, with the changes in the game over the past year or so, it's definitely not that anymore. But still, it's a great tank and definitely worth 750 gold if it's on sale. If they're going to take it out of the shop at that point, I still would grab one. But, yeah, it's fun. So, anyway, have a great day, guys. Be sure to subscribe, and I will see you on the battlefield.